The air smelled of char and smoke when I stepped into their backyard. She was at the grill, tongs in hand, laughing as she handed out plates. She moved past me like I wasn't there. Not by accident. Not a slip. Her sister leaned in close. I heard the words clear as glass. He was the mistake I made in college. Can't seem to get rid of him. Her brother guffawed from the other side of the table. Heard the locks are being changed tomorrow. Then her father, sliding me a beer as he passed, voice flat and deliberate. The restraining order and divorce papers are already filed. I didn't flinch. I didn't argue. I nodded once, lifted the beer, and said the only thing I had, enjoy the food. Inside, something had already started to burn. By morning I knew what I would do. By afternoon their phones were non-stop. Desperate messages, pleading texts, begging. Please stop it. This is too much. Betrayal doesn't arrive like a lightning strike. It accumulates, layer after layer, lie upon lie, until the whole thing caves in. Looking back, the fissures were obvious. Late nights at yoga, the smirk on her brother's face whenever my name came up, the way her mother had gone mute around me months ago, like guilt had stolen her voice. I told myself I was imagining it. A soldier's head invents threats in quiet civilian rooms. Still, beneath the excuses I already knew, that backyard wasn't an unplanned gathering. It was a victory lap. They'd built a life that didn't include me and came together to toast my departure. Her hand brushed her sister's as they laughed, their eyes sliding to me with the casual cruelty of people who no longer bothered to lie. This was more than an affair. It was a plot, a family tightening its circle, drawing a line in smoke and fire and shoving me to the other side. The locks were changing. The papers were signed. My son's drawings had disappeared from the fridge. My place was being erased before I'd even left. They weren't simply kicking me out. They were wiping me away. I didn't sleep that night. I went through everything. Her phone, left unlocked on the nightstand, gave up more than she knew. Photos, messages, a shared folder with her sister full of plans. Flights, hotels, secret weekends labeled conferences. Her brother's name showed up in transaction records. Money moving in and out. My funds quietly siphoned. My father-in-law's signature on filings I had never seen before. Power of attorney, real estate transfers. Piece by piece they rerouted control. All the while their laughter from that barbecue looped through my head. Their cruelty wasn't sloppy. It had been methodical, and they believed it was foolproof. I pulled strings they never knew existed, favors called in off the books, attorneys who operated in the gray, a locksmith whose skill was as much about making things disappear as opening them. I moved deliberately. Revenge eaten in haste tastes hollow. It takes time. At first light I had a blueprint, what they owned, who owed what, where they were exposed. By midday I had assembled everything like ammunition, bank records, deeds, message screenshots where they mocked me as if I were already gone. I waited until she wandered into the kitchen, then set the folder in front of her. She flipped through it and went pale. Her mouth opened, no sound. She searched my face for the broken man she assumed she could unmake. I gave her nothing to hold on to, no outburst, no pleading, only a quiet that felt heavy against her ribs. For once her family couldn't shield her. Paper and pixels told the story her words had tried to hide. Her phone buzzed. A message from her sister. Did he find out? I slid the device across the counter and watched the color leave her. She sagged. The next morning the collapse began, quiet and precise. Accounts locked down, pensions, investments, trusts once thought untouchable. By noon their companies faltered. One phone call from me to the right place exposed every corner cut, every disguised transfer. What they called family business was fraud wearing a familiar face. By afternoon the calls started, her brother begging in a text, "Please fix this." Her father offering to negotiate. Her sister pleading, "Stop. This is too much." Her own messages flooded in, apologies wrapped as proposals. I read each one and deleted them without comment. They had tried to make me vanish. I removed the ground beneath them instead. That night I sat in a house that felt reclaimed. It was silent and still, but not empty. Their little kingdom lay in ruins. Voicemails once full of their laughter now broke into static. With every redirected signature, with every exposed secret, their power unraveled. There was no triumph in me, only a calm I hadn't expected. They had treated betrayal like an endpoint, as if paperwork could amputate what I was. Betrayal only wins if you let it. I refused to be finished. I rebuilt the story. When I think of them now, the pale faces, the frantic messages, the voices that crack, pain is gone. What remains is clarity. They thought I was the error. I turned out to be the correction.